You see me slid through all the commotion. It's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking. Probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted. Playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt, you gotta play my mix around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy. I blow the whole budget on me. That's on me. I'm conceited. Treaty. Nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep. I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG. They gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they compete. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available. And they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Barkley And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On play action, Heineke. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of...
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And just shedding. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way down to the 27. 48 yards rushing for him now. And he's only carried the ball 4 times. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A run here from J.D. McKissick. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Heineke. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Returning it, John Ross. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fromm off of play action. And that's complete to Shepard. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A 1st down carry for Barkley. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
A 1st down throw for Heineke.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
From the gun, it's Fromm.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Fromm.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And the play fake, and now Heineke.
He gets it to Thomas. And some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Heineke.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. On 1st down, Barkley, and not much. maybe a yard down to the 23.
That result, really no surprise. That's what we're becoming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s?
Touchdown, Giants! Sterling Shepard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
To throw again on second down.
Heineke.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Azeez Ojulari.
What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
From open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half.
Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom.
There he goes left side. 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Final play of the half. Bridgewater rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose from the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Steps away to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jamin Davis brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw from. Trying to lay one up deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Play action, it's from. That'll be caught, it's Tony. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here's Fromm to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Chase Young just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Another try after the first down sack. From. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is From. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Throwing again, Heineke on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Julian Love. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Heineke. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And they go play action. Now Heineke. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Check, 47. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. 47's a mic.
From the 22. And that'll be caught by Tony. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cameron. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now Heineke. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
You have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now a play fake here on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On 2nd and 15 now. From going for it all. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Going for it on 4th down. It's Fromm. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Giants are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Cornelder. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30. 10, 5,
Don't worry about it, man.
and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 19th touchdown now on the season.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now Ross to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. On 1st down from.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And now here's Ross.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Heineke. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 44. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Giants add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
This one fielded at the 5. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
O'Shane Ximines able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
From the gun, Heineke.
Brown has the 1st down and much more. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Dancing to his left.
He's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep playing.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass.
And now the drive starts for the completion out to the right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, They don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Now Ross to return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And to give this time to the tailback. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And now here's Ross.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it's one more win to finish the season.